Hey, what's up? It's your girl Jamila and welcome back to my laboratory. You guys, we got a new addition to the laboratory. We now have the Siser Juliet cutter. So we're gonna go ahead and unbox her, get her all set up, and make our first project.
Yo, I'm so ecstatic. I've been wanting a Juliet for a long time and I couldn't get this box open fast enough. Like, I was so happy. Okay. So, this is what she looks like when she comes shipped. Like, she is secure. Like, they really packed her in there. Okay. But I could not get that box open fast enough. So once I finally got it open, inside we're gonna have like this little box right here that has a few things in it. Of course, the packaging. We also get a 12 by 12 mat and of course the machine itself. She's not very heavy. As you can see, I'm just kind of cradling her in one arm as I pull her out the box and move that out the way so we can actually get down to business. And then there's just the plastic film that we have to remove from the cutter before we can actually get into it. So, the black box that was included in our packaging contains a few things: a power cord, power supply, user manual, and our accessories. Now, in my haste to get her up and running, I just plugged her up and was met with this crazy sound. And I was like, oh my God, what in the world? But I just plugged her up and hit the power button. But you need to open it, actually remove, there's more packaging. Okay, so they packaged this super secure. You need to open it up, remove the foam, and there's these little clips on the rollers that you need to actually remove as well. So don't be like me, y'all, because I was like, oh my God, I broke it. Once I got everything situated, I powered it back on and I started playing around with the buttons, just kind of figuring out what everything does. So in our accessory box, you'll get a cord, which so the Juliet can be ran by Wi-Fi or with this USB to your computer, a marker adapter, your blade housing, and three blades. So the blades you get, you're going to get two 45-degree blades, which are the red ones, and one 60-degree blade, which is the blue one. So we're just going to go ahead and insert that into the blade housing, and you twist this to determine how much you want to expose the blade. Okay, so once you have that, you're just going to go ahead and insert it into the machine. And there's like a little notch on here, and you're going to want to make sure that's inserted underneath that little black part right here. I didn't, so when I went to go practice cutting later on in this video, it wasn't working. And I was like, what in the world? I broke it. But no, I just didn't have my blade housing inserted incorrectly. So you can go into the settings and adjust like the lights, how you want to be notified when your project is done. You can have it chime, you can have the lights blink, you can set a sleep timer. Of course, go ahead and set up your Wi-Fi. Like, there's so many things you can do on this touchscreen. If you go into the cut settings, they already have some of their materials preloaded with their recommended cut settings. You can update those settings if you want to. They have a few blank spaces where you can add your own settings for different materials. I love the touchscreen capability. It's very easy to maneuver, so I really, really like that feature. We're in our 12 by 12 mat that they included, comes with your machine. You also get a couple pieces of practice vinyl, which was very helpful. I was like, you know what, that is actually really sweet. So thank you, Caesar. I thought that was really sweet. So in the back of our machine, we have these levers, right? Anytime you're using this machine, they need to be up. But what it does, these right here control your ability to move the wheels. Okay, so if the spring is up, it can't move. If it's down, you can go ahead and adjust the position of your rollers. I said wheels, I meant rollers. I'm sorry. Right, so always have them up unless you're adjusting something. And then the other notch, just lift the rollers up so you can feed in your vinyl or your mat or whatever material it is that you're using. So as you can see, so once I've played around with everything, I went ahead and hit that. Y'all, I love this little t-shirt button right here. It allows you to test cut your material. And as you can see, nothing happened. And I was like, what is going on? That's because my blade housing wasn't inserted all the way down like it was supposed to, so it wasn't cutting anything, okay? But yes, I love that little t-shirt button right there because basically you can test cut your material, make sure it's on the proper settings because what is worse than wasting vinyl? Tell me, what's worse than wasting vinyl? I don't know, okay? Because that will send me down a spiral in a second, all right? So I just did a few test cuts, um, play with the positions. And once I had that done, I went ahead onto the computer and you're going to go to setup.caesar.com, register your machine, download the Leonardo software. All of that is pretty easy, self-explanatory. It doesn't take long. And they also have a phone app. I haven't downloaded it, but I saw it as an option on here when I was downloading the Leonardo software. So once it's downloaded, I just went ahead and kind of browsed around in it to see what I was working with. I really like how they have tutorials teaching you how to use some of their features because I have no idea what I'm about to get into. They have project inspiration, and a library of like SVGs and things like that that you can go ahead and use. Now, I have the free version, so I'm not sure how accessible that is to everyone just yet, but of course, I'll update that. I'll update you guys on that, okay? And they also have a library of all their materials that they have available, which, Caesar has a lot, and they're continuing to make new products and things like that. So, I love the things that they're doing this year. So I jumped into Leonardo to create a design because I have to do a little cut. I was playing around with some text. I like how all the fonts on my computer are already loaded into the Leonardo software. But I decided to just like really kind of make this easier on myself and just went to create a Fabrica and grabbed a design because I was like, you know what, I don't know what I'm doing. So let me just not do too much. So I just went ahead and grabbed this SVG. All I did was change the size. I'm not going to walk you through this part just yet because, of course, I still need to learn Leonardo myself. But for me to honestly unbox it and be able to download it and, kind of get it going, I would say this is pretty friendly. I mean, I'm coming from a Cricut, so I guess that kind of helps me maneuver a little bit. But I mean, it wasn't very hard at all. Okay, so I just went ahead and used that, and I'm going to use Caesar's new holographic Eclipse, like snakeskin vinyl. Like, look at that! Isn't that dope? So here is the little learning curve. So I loaded my vinyl into the mat, right, and I hit send to cutter on my computer, and the vinyl just fell out, and I was like, "What is going on?" Yeah, I was like, what is going on? But apparently, the Juliet cuts from the front. Okay, so I just had like the tip of my vinyl loaded. No, you need to load it all the way in there, and it's going to cut from the front versus the Cricut where I'm used to it cutting from the back. So that's why the vinyl was like trying to roll, but it wasn't catching on anything because it wasn't loaded in there long enough. But anyway, once I got that done, the cut settings they already had in there preloaded worked well for me. It cut the vinyl great. It weeded very easily. And I just went ahead over here and started pressing it on a shirt, just following the pressing instructions. I think it was like 310 degrees for 15 seconds or whatnot. And look how it turned out. I really, really, really love the pattern of this vinyl, and it's one of their newer Eclipse vinyls that they just came out with. So here's the shirt. Y'all, I'm so excited. There's definitely going to be a lot of Juliet content coming up soon. So if you've been thinking about getting one or you have one, but you're not really sure how to work it, stick with me. All right, I got you. I got you. Everybody say hi, Juliet, and welcome home. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, I'll see you later.